Hey guys, it's Tinker Taylor here today, bringing you back another Pokemon build series video. Today we have Pichu, who is the precursor, the Pokemon before Pikachu. So when Gen 1 first came out, it was just Pikachu and then Raichu. And then when Gen 2 came out, they introduced Pichu, who is it comes before Pikachu. Which I think is a little interesting. Like, they had Gen 1 Pokemon. Some of them did have evolutionary stages, some of them did not. Some of them had 2, some of them had 3, some of them just were the one on its own. And I find it kind of interesting that they decided to go around and put extra Pokemon before some of them. And it's not just that gen, I know it happens in other gens too. It's interesting, and don't get me wrong, like I'm glad it happened, because Pichu is a very, very cute Pokemon. It's a little cute electric mouse type Pokemon. I mean, it makes sense because that's what Pikachu is, and this is the precursor to Pikachu. It's just a little, like, I like to have things in order, and I like that to be a thing, and when they introduce things not in order, and you've got to go to like Gen 7 to get this Gen 2 Pokemon's precursor or something like that. It just, like, why? I don't, why? Why couldn't we have it to begin with, So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. Like, I like it, I don't like it. It's a bit of back and forward. But yeah, with this Pokemon, I ended up building a sort of like a kindergarten, or like a home daycare, or that sort of thing. I imagine, I don't know, looking at the Pokemon, they've recently been giving me Copperdale vibes. I don't know what that means, but, basically I just look at them and I think, Copperdale, like that, yeah, Copperdale. And so that's why we end up with these Pokemon being built in Copperdale a little bit more recently. But, I don't know, I wanted it to feel cute and sweet and wholesome, but I also wanted to lean into the colours a little bit more. I feel like a lot of the Pokemon I don't do that, so the exterior of this build I do try it just a tiny bit. So yeah, there is the yellow siding, and then originally I was going to do the black roof. It felt like a bit much, so I went with a black foundation, and I don't hate it. I've also just realised that I forgot to change the stairs outside. So the stairs I just put down at the front. I also put some stairs out the back. And yeah, I kind of just forgot to change them. So yeah, sometimes in my builds I end up accidentally doing that, where yeah, just some of the items I put down because I just need to put them down to remember to have them, so they're not there. But then yeah, I kind of forget to put them in, or like change them to what I want them to actually be. And it can be a little annoying because you want it to look the best it can be. But I think the white stairs aren't necessarily the worst. I could have picked, I don't know, like bright green stairs, and it just would have really not worked with the build. The white stairs are not the end of the world, so yeah, I don't know. Also, I have been putting columns around my builds recently, and normally I will, to save me on time, will put the column as tall as possible so that I don't have to put down as many columns. But I do know that when you play the game and you have columns either up or down, rooms up, and you're on the second, if you're on the ground floor and there's columns all the way up to the roof, they just stick up really tall, and I can guarantee that would annoy me to no end. So I have decided to no longer do that. I've been putting a column on each floor instead, so that yeah, you don't have to worry about any of that sort of stuff. I don't know, it's just something I don't want to have to worry about, I want to try and make sure that I am making life as convenient as possible for our gameplay friends, of which I am not. It's still, yeah, I'm still a long way off gameplay. It's not really my thing. I still haven't even finished the final week of the event, which Like, it's not going to be much. I could easily just go and do it, but I just don't want to, you know? I'm not much of a game player. I don't really like... I don't know, building makes me happier, so... I don't know. One day, though, I do know that one day it will happen. It's definitely there in the back of my mind, in the back of my head. Just, yeah, unfortunately not today. Not anytime soon, because I'm definitely enjoying the whole build process, and I feel like I will be stuck with this for a little while, especially since this build series goes on for a while. But yeah, if you do want to see me building these builds live, you can definitely head over to Twitch. It's linked down below. But yeah, I do stream on Twitch. Currently doing about 4 days a week. And I do sometimes occasionally do co-working streams. I sometimes also do other games, but it's mostly Sims building. And actually the co-working has been really, really handy because I have figured out how to co-work and build at the same time. I mean, it's not that hard. You just run the stream and build, but my problem is I record my builds so that you can see them here on YouTube. But I can't do that if I'm co-working because I have a little co-working bot that I use, and you can't really use the bot and also co-work. So yeah, I decided that I'd do that, and it's been super, super handy. And it's also really good for days where I'm just feeling a bit low energy. I can just come in and get the work done, and you guys can get the work done, and then when I'm a bit more high energy, we can hang out and build together. Because I don't really want to bring, you know, low energy building vibes to you guys, you know. I want to make sure that I'm bringing something fun and interesting and, you know, like enjoyable for you to watch. And it's the same with YouTube videos. Like, I really try not to record these videos when I'm feeling low energy, which I'm not gonna lie, the last couple of days I have been recording right before I go to bed, which means my energy levels are dipping a little bit. And that's not great, because, you know, when I was editing this video, I was like, oh, it's like not too bad. It's not too long. It won't be too long of a video. Forgetting that, yes, I streamed, but I did not stream this on Twitch. So, like, there's no bits to cut out. I recorded this behind the scenes, so there's nothing to cut out. So I have to include all the footage. And it's going to be a long video. And here we are with a 28-minute and 50-second video. I think it's technically 51 seconds, but that doesn't... who's counting? So yeah, now I have to figure out how to speak again for the next, 20 minutes, which is not great. I don't know. Some days I'm just like really into it, and I've got so many different topics to talk about, and I've got so many different things to say, and today is just apparently not one of them. Although, speaking of the event, I am actually currently watching another streamer play a Super Sim challenge, and they have got the new from the event. I'm basically, I call it the Shrek's outhouse. It's the outdoor toilet that looks like it's from Shrek. Did you know you can woohoo in that? I did not. But yeah, apparently you can woohoo in that. So yeah, if you are not playing the event and you do gameplay, I'd definitely make sure to check it out, because yeah, apparently you can woohoo in there. Again, I don't do gameplay, so for me, it's for building purposes. I for sure want to build Shrek's swamp. Like, that's just for sure something I want to do. And having that item, that really, really works. And I cannot wait for this challenge to be over, this series to be over, because then I can just build whatever I want. But at the same time, building this challenge gives me so many ideas of so many different things to build. So I kind of love it, kind of don't. I also do take February off for this challenge, and I do different builds in February, so maybe I could try and put it in there. I'm actually theming my February builds, so I've already got an idea for the next set of February builds, but the one after that, I could definitely try and do, I mean, that's 2 years away, like, that's 2 years away. I could definitely try and do a Shrek theme in there somewhere. Because, yeah, that's so cool. Like, I just love the little outhouse thing. It's such a strange little item, but again, I love it. I think it's fantastic. Let me know down below, have you used it, or have you done the event, and if so, what's your favorite thing you got from the event? It doesn't necessarily have to be a build item. It could be a cast item. I don't even know if we get, I'm pretty sure you do. There's like the fairy swimming clothing items. Wow, can you tell it's a little bit late and I'm tired? I did not sleep well last night. I was up till 5:30 a.m. tossing and turning. And I woke up at 11. I woke up at 8 to feed the animals, and then I went back to bed and woke up at 11. So I've really not had good sleep. So my brain is just slowly, I don't know what it's doing. It's just staring at a spot. You know when like cats stare at a spot on a wall and you're like, what are you looking at, bud? That's what my brain's doing. Like it's preoccupied with something, but I don't know what it is because I cannot figure it out. Like what are you looking at? Why are you off with the fairies? Because the fairies are in the game and you do not have the game open. Actually, I do. That's a lie. Cool. Maybe that's when my brain is. It's in game with the fairies. I don't know. If any of you come across my brain, I would really appreciate it if you could send me its location. Very keen to find it. But yeah, no, with this build, like I said, it is like a little kindergarten. So there is, as you might have seen already, downstairs there's like a little entry foyer with a little desk, sort of like a check-in thing where you check your kid in. I know it's not how the game actually works, but I'm trying to build it as true to real life. So there's, the spot where you kind of like sign in for your kid. There is the playroom to the left of the entrance, which we haven't actually done yet. And to the right of the entrance is the, like the nap time room, which I feel like every single place on this planet should have a little nap time room. I think it would make life just a little bit better if we all could have little nap time spaces just constantly around us. You know, you get a little bit tired, it's okay, just go lay down in the nap room and have a little nap. I think that would be awesome. And then, there is a bathroom. Actually, there's 2 bathrooms downstairs. Both of them have potties. I put in it's a bedside table, I believe, or a side table. But it looks like a stool that kids can step up onto. So if they want to step up and wash their hands, they can, but it's also been pushed out of the way so that the sink should be usable still. It's more of an aesthetic thing than an actual useful thing. And then, what else? There's some play equipment in the backyard. I don't know if I've already done that or not. I'll be honest, I'm looking around. I'm not paying attention to what's actually going on the screen. But I put in some play equipment in the backyard. No, I don't believe I have done it yet. I try and make sure that it is usable as well. I know that sometimes it can be a little frustrating when people build and you're like, I can't use any of these items. So I do try and space them out as much as possible so that, if you want to actually play with these items, you absolutely can. But I believe I put in some monkey bars, a swing set, and a toddler slide. And I don't know if toddlers can use a swing set or monkey bars. I doubt they'd be able to use the monkey bars. But let me know down below, can toddlers use a swing set? That's probably something I should have figured out before I built this build. And what else? Oh, I put some planters out in the backyard. Because I imagined it would be something where, like, it's a place where you grow and learn. Like, it's not just about, like, okay, my kid's being dropped off here to exist and, just be taken care of, but it's a place where your kid can actually learn and grow and experience and, live life. So maybe they grow, like, vegetables here, and then they learn like maybe like grow just like lettuce or something like that, you know, and then they can see how, you know, oh, like this is how you grow something and take care of it, and it teaches them values as well, not just like, okay, here's an educational thing, but you know, taking care of the environment and being sort of respectful of the things around you and being a bit more aware, so the kids know, okay, when we're playing we have to be careful around the little garden patches. It's just kind of, yeah, whatever. I'm sort of semi-making it up as we go along, but I feel like that's all of my builds. I just kind of make them all up as we go along and hope for the best. And usually we end up with something that's somewhat okay. So, you know, like it's a work in progress, I guess. Also, yeah, for some reason, trying to put those flowers on the window, on that specific window, it kept turning sideways. If anyone knows what that is, please definitely let me know, because I could not figure it out. Is it the window, or is it... Because it happened to the other window as well, but I don't think I saw it happen to any other window. Is it just that window, or is it something I did? Because I would love to know which one it is. But yeah, also, what did I say? Upstairs. I didn't actually get to that. So upstairs is a kitchen space, so you can cook for the kids. It's also sort of like a break room, so there is a little tiny dining table and a couch area for you to seat yourself. And then there is a bathroom up there with a bathtub. So downstairs there's no bathtub, but I know toddlers, I'm pretty sure they need bathtubs. So if you do need to wash a toddler for some reason, you can definitely go do that. And then, yeah, it's just like a normal... It's basically a normal shower for adults that can be used by adults. The potties are downstairs. And then the last room is like an office space. So there is 2 computers in there, 2 desks, and a little couch space. And I put the computer section above the sleeping room, like the nap time room, because I thought if you're doing office work, you're probably... I say probably because I know not everybody's like this, but you're probably being a little bit focused and quiet, and you know, you don't want to disturb the kids while you're working. And if you worked here and the kids were having a nap time, there would probably be at least one carer. I mean, I think there's 7 beds in here. There's 3 cots for babies and 4 toddler beds. So I don't know the number of carers to children. I don't know the legal requirements, and I know it's different in different places, but I assume 7 sleeping children with 1 adult watching over them is okay. And then, yeah, the other one can be upstairs working away on the computer or whatever. But obviously when the kids are awake, you'd have both of them down there paying attention and taking care of everything and whatnot. I don't know what the distribution between, like, what the ratio of carers to children should be, because I know in school, like, you've got kids, like, classes of 20, up to 20, maybe even over 20, with just maybe 1 or 2 teachers. So I would imagine, yeah, with like a daycare, it would probably be less than 20, because, yeah, young children and they're constantly running around and they've got no brain cells and, you know, sticking forks and power outlets and things like that. So you've got to have more people looking after them. I get that. But I don't know, is 7 too many or not enough? Like 1 to 7, that ratio, is that too high or too low? I do not know. I know if I were in charge of taking care of 7 kids, I would be very overwhelmed and much appreciate to have a second person there. But some people are like, 7 kids, easy. Like 15 is too many. 7 is too many for me. So yeah, I don't know. I think it depends on the kids though. Like if you've got 3 babies who are sleeping and you just need to feed them and change their nappies. I mean, I don't really want to do that, but, you know, feed them, put them to sleep, just keep an eye on them. And then, you know, if you had like 4 well-behaved, quiet toddlers, I could definitely deal with that, but I doubt that would be the case. I doubt you would have, you know, this really good, quiet, perfect day. It would be a little chaotic, a little bit over the top. and a bit much. So yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's for me. I don't know, don't get me wrong, I don't hate kids, and it's not that I don't want kids, it's just right now kids is not something I am thinking about or worrying about or stressing about or anything like that. I'm more worried about whether or not I can get another cat. That's my priority right now. I don't know. I just feel some people are meant to be parents straight off the bat and you know, ready to mentally take on the stresses of a child, and I like my sleep. I don't want to, like, you know, like, it sounds selfish, but I just want to sleep, man. I don't want to be woken up and things like that, and I don't want to resent a child that I brought into the world because I want to sleep. So yeah, no children for me yet. That's for sure. And I feel like that's like a responsible thing to do. You know, you don't want to bring kids into this world if you're not ready for them, if you're not ready to sacrifice certain things for them, because you do have to sacrifice certain things such as sleep when you have kids. And even if you have a really good support system, there's still sacrifices you have to make, you know. You can't just go on a holiday. Like, obviously if you take the kid and whatnot, but like, if you don't want to take the kid, if you just want to do an all-adult holiday, you can't really do that because you have a child. And again, you if you wanted to, like, go away for the weekend or whatever and you had someone to look after the kid, I'm sure you could, but like, there's so many extra steps to it. There's so many extra steps to having a kid, and I'm happy with a cat, because yes, having a cat is a lot less work than having a child, and yeah, and like, especially with my neighbors' kids, a lot of the time I hear them yelling. Actually, to be honest, it's been like 2 months since I've heard them yelling, which is good. But yeah, like, just hearing kids yell and scream like that, I'd be like, okay, no, you, shh, stop it. No more, we're done. And I think until I learn how to not get frustrated at my neighbor's kids screaming, then yeah, not really for me. But I absolutely do not mind hanging out with, like, people who have kids and things like that. Don't get me wrong. Again, I don't hate kids. I don't not want them. It's just not right now for me. I think I'm at the stage where I want my friends to have kids, or my friends who do have kids, I want to hang out with their kids so that I can be like, oh cool, like, you know, hung out with a kid, like, I you know, you get that little urge. Some people do get that little like, ooh, I kind of want kids right now. That's just your body. I know for sure I'm not ready. So I'm gonna go take care of someone else's kid for a little bit, and then yeah, I can give them back. I can give that child back and not bring a child into this world that I am definitely not ready for. So yeah, long story short, if you're any of my friends and you're having kids, I will gladly look after them. I will gladly, you know, I'll look after them, and you go on a weekend trip with your partner or yourself. Go by yourself, I don't care. Whatever it is, I'll look after your kid. But you gotta take the kid back, man. I'm not ready. You are, clearly, because you have the kid, or you're going to have the kid, but I am not, so yeah. But to be honest, most of my friends are also in the same boat as me. It's like, yeah, just gonna enjoy life and then have kids later. But I feel like the person who runs this place has at least a kid, if not 2. I think 2 would be the max that they have. They maybe have 1 or 2, and they're like, I love kids and I want to hang out with them and take care of them, and you know, maybe they've got like a toddler, and you know, there's a couple of the toddler's friends around every day, and that's how this person, like, that's their career, is to look after their friends' kids. And you know, how cool would that be to be the kid? You know, you've always got friends coming over and hanging out. I mean, this isn't their house, but you know, you're always going to this cool place and hanging out with your friends every day, and your mum. Like, I mean, I'm assuming if I worked here and that was me as the kid, yeah, I would for sure appreciate and love that. Or if I was the kid, I think, yeah, it'd be pretty cool. But yeah, until then, I don't know where that was going with that. Anyway, not the point. The point is, sorry, I got distracted. Like I said, I'm watching a streamer muted at the moment, and he is currently showing off one of his cats, who is my favorite cat of all times. Again, see, my priorities. My priorities are cats. Can you see why having a child? Yeah, I'm more interested in watching a cat than anything else right now. And I think that just goes to show, definitely not ready for a child. And I think it would, yeah, it'd be a big life change. Like I said, one day in the future, just not today. But yeah, like I said earlier, there is a kitchen upstairs and a little officey space. So I was also imagining this maybe used to be a house and it's been renovated into a like a daycare or a kindergarten or whatever. And yeah, like the people who live here obviously I say live here, who work here, very much love kids. They're very, very good carers, and you know, it's always good to and safe to leave your kids here with this group of people. So yeah, if you live in Copperdale and you want to drop your kid off at childcare, here is the place. I really wish we could have actual daycares in The Sims. I don't know if the new business and hobbies pack kit thing, if you can run a daycare through that. If you can, that would be pretty cool, but I think it would be really cool to have an actual daycare. Another thing I would love to see is like an animal sanctuary, like an actual, like where you can, like, yes, there's the vet, but could we have an animal sanctuary where, you know, injured animals come in and you heal them up and you get them adopted out? I don't know if that's already a thing in the game. Again, I don't do gameplay. I don't know what's actually a part of it, but let me know. Is that a thing? Is that possible? Are we able to do that? Because I would love that more than anything in the world right now. Just to be able to play with animals and run an animal sanctuary. I mean, that's more IRL than in-game, but also if it was in-game, I'd be more inclined to play. So, you know, it's kind of like 50-50, do I want to not sort of thing. But yeah, anyway, we are getting pretty close to the end of this video. I think I just do some last minute landscaping and then some terrain painting. I don't think I add any other furniture. Yeah, I think I just go around doing terrain paint. But yeah, definitely let me know down below your thoughts on this build. I do apologize for being a little bit scatterbrained today, but I'm literally, like, I cannot keep my eyes open right now. I am exhausted, so definitely as soon as I get this uploaded, I am heading to bed. I was hoping to be able to read before bed, but I don't think you can read with your eyes closed, so I think I'm just gonna go sleep after this. And yeah, I hope any of you who are tired get some good sleep when you can sleep next. And to those of you who are just waking up, I hope you feel well rested and fantastic and amazing and wonderful. But yeah, I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching this video and putting up with me with this one. I hope to see you guys in the next one, which should be out tomorrow. But until then, I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.